Hey everybody, this is Ori from OneScales. Today's topic, I'm going to talk to you about my experience and my insights uh, from owning a web agency for about 15 years. And the topic for today is 11 things I wish I knew before starting a web agency. Very simply put, I ran and owned a web agency that did web design, SEO, PPC, conversion optimization, custom development, Shopify, Magento, all these kind of things, and a lot of things in between. We would do it for businesses, and we ran it, and the company went all the way up to 38 people. It started from just me, and there's a lot of things in between. And I have some insights, so I wanted to share with you guys to give you, and hopefully this helps for you. Either if you're looking to start a web agency or some kind of agency or some kind of service business for servicing one business or multiple businesses, or you're actually running a business right now and you're looking to optimize and improve it, which you always should be. Okay. So I wrote some bullet points I thought about a little bit. I actually left the company last year and started OneScales, which is content for you guys. And I have a few insights I think will be helpful for you guys. And we'll be making many more business related videos, audios, content, articles, etc., etc. Okay, so the first thing I think you should have as a web agency, as a company that's servicing other companies, that you're basically selling time, right? You have professionals that are really good at what they do, SEO, PPC, web design, development, design, media buying, whatever it might be. And you're actually selling your time, so it's really, really important to optimize your time and make more profit. So the first thing I want to talk about is reusable assets. Okay, I call it reusable assets is key. What does that mean, reusable assets? You're basically selling your time, and every project, every new business that comes, every new sales that comes, you're actually doing the task again and again and again from scratch. Now, if you think about it as a core part of your business that you need to make things reusable, you can actually save time, optimize, make more profit per hour, make more profit in general, and do things better, better quality because you have reusable assets that you already have done. You can teach people better. Everything can be better for both the client side and for your side. So what is a reusable asset, for example? So it could be anything, and it actually should be almost anything in the company. So contracts, if you have contracts and you've had issues over time, you keep on adding to these contracts. You keep on making them more robust, more detailed, and eventually you're just going to keep on reusing them, right? You make them to be reused between new projects and new clients, etc. So a contract could be an Excel sheet, maybe a monthly report, a specific code that you made or a specific software. Maybe you can make it a little bit better, maybe not just for the needs for one specific client, but the needs for other clients. You can make a lot of things reusable. So for you as a business owner and managers, and your actual employees, you should always have everybody think about how to make things reusable, right? This is very, very important. You can actually reuse it. You can share it between employees, and then you can have things like templates and projects that you can very easily reuse. So that's software, that's things you make by yourself, etc. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is niches are best. This is what I called it. So when you have a business, let's say you're looking to have a new business or a new service or something like that. You typically, as a business, especially as a small business, you want to just try to accept. Most of you are probably accepting any kind of business, whatever comes, whatever request comes. You just need the money. You just need to grow your business. You just take anything, even if it's not your specialty. You're just going to figure it out along the way, and you're going to try to grow your business. Eventually, you can, do what you want. But for the most part, you're going to actually try to take everything. My opinion on this is you should actually go more niche, smaller and smaller, not take every single thing, and also not compete against every single service. So for example, if I'm an SEO company, I provide SEO services. If I'm just providing SEO for anybody, any industry, any type of SEO, local SEO, regular SEO, international SEO, etc., it's going to be really hard for me to, number one, differentiate myself for sales, to get a client. How am I going to show that I'm the best at everything? And how am I going to show that I have an example, or I have businesses that I've worked for within the same kind of thing? So if you have niches, you're really, really good at something. For example, a niche could be, I only do SEO for e-commerce sites. Or a niche could be even deeper. For example, I only do SEO for contractors, or I only do SEO for certain types of businesses. That's a really good niche that you could actually be number one in the world. And if you're number one in the world, your conversion rates could be very good. And even though you might think that niches are very small, as a small business, most likely, like if you would have 10 million in sales a year, most people would be very happy. And so any niche, no matter how small, could probably get to very high numbers for small businesses. So niches are really good for you to close sales. So if you've already done projects, for example, for contractors, or projects for specific types of e-commerce sites. Maybe, for example, you've done SEO for box of the month businesses, right? So it's a very specific recurring revenue for e-commerce, and you've done SEO for them. That's a super niche. You can really get projects. You can get projects, more expensive projects, bigger projects, and you can close them very well because you've already done those things. And businesses really like that you've worked on their niche, that you understand their businesses, and it's very easy to close them and get these projects. Okay, so the third thing is recurring revenue is a must. So most of you as a service company, you're trying to close projects, get a project. It might be $10,000, $50,000, $4,000. $500, whatever it is, and you do a project. Maybe you do a design project or a web design project or some kind of SEO, consultation, and then you do it one time, and then you have to find new businesses to sell to them, and then it's just really difficult. So as a business, you should have a high percentage of your revenue of recurring revenue. So for example, you provide monthly services of something you can help that business that will help them grow or help them with their pain point or their needs, and they will want to continue to pay you every month, so you know that your employees are covered and you know that you can provide services. And then it's really important. So depending what your business is, you should have at least a very high percentage of your revenue recurring, so you know next month what's coming. Because next month your salaries are coming, your rent is coming, your insurance is coming, all of your other expenses. You should also know that your income is coming, and that's a very important thing. Don't rely on new business only. You should always work on existing customers and providing them value that they will want to pay you next month and next month, and then you will also have some guarantees. Okay. Next one. Number 4 is work on the company. So this is an interesting one. So in businesses, especially small businesses, you're always trying to just work for your clients. You're trying to provide the service that you offer, that you promise to them because they're paying you money, and you actually do the service for them, and that's it. But you should always have a certain percentage of your business for yourself, for some of your employees at minimum, that actually work to grow your business, help you grow your business, market your business, create more reusable assets, things like that. So don't forget, it's very easy to get lost in your business, that you are just going to service your clients and not growing your business. You're not making the best website for your business. You're not doing the best marketing. You're not making the best reusable things. You're not reaching out. You're not doing other things. Don't forget to work on your company, because long term it's going to be very important to grow, and you need to have a certain percentage of your business do that. Okay. Next one is track and reduce waste. So you, in general, as a web agency, you're selling your hours, right? So you're selling your employees' hours, your professionals' hours, and maybe you have an engineer, you have a marketer, you have a PM, you have a QA. You're really mostly selling their hours. You're calculating their hours for new projects. You're selling their hours, and there's always going to be a lot of waste. You're never going to be able to sell 100% of the hours of your employee. It's not possible. You always want to try to get to that, but you're always going to have a lot of waste. So the first way to do it, obviously, is reusable assets, things like that. Education, reusable code, reusable contracts, reusable templates, Excel sheets, etc., etc. But you should also want to track and reduce waste. So the best way to do is use some kind of software that every employee inputs every day what tasks they did, so you can actually see what they're doing, see the waste, see how they estimate tasks, and see how they actually do tasks. And every PM, every head of that team should actually want to check it at least on a weekly or a monthly basis, and then work with them to help optimize and reduce waste. Okay? Great. Next one is monthly content assets. This is one of my real favorite ones. So in addition to reusable things, you should actually create something on a monthly basis that you can actually use to improve your business. So my favorite is actually asking employees to create some kind of content, some kind of thing that they can share that you can put publicly on your company blog or on your company, share drive or whatever. And you can use that for marketing, for example. So maybe every employee will share some kind of professional thing that they do that they can share that could be public. Obviously, you don't want to share client related things, but for example, maybe a designer sharing how they work on design of logos or banners or something like that. A developer can share some insight into optimizing some kind of code or some kind of technical thing, and by sharing professional information, you can actually have your employees do some of your marketing for you, right? So if they're sharing things, you put it public, you put on your blog or your LinkedIn or whatever, you're going to get new business from that, and you're going to get more trust from businesses because you're sharing things before you're asking for money from your customers during the sales process. A lot of your customers will actually find you for free because you share things for free online. They already trust you because they already know part of your work. They know you're sharing things. They know you're professional, and then they're just going to be easy to convert and work with you. So you can have your employees, or at least some of them, create some kind of content. Some might make videos, some might make articles, some might share code or designs for free or icons for free, or give things, and you can get a lot of customers through that. I really, really love it, and it's part of the work on the company, not just work for the clients. But it's a very specific thing. Okay. Next one, this is obvious to everybody, but it's important to repeat: make customers happy. Aside from just you as a business, you should always provide more value than you receive, right? You receive a certain amount of money and you provide some kind of service. You should always make them happy. Obviously, these are your customers. They trust you. They want you to grow. That's number one. Number two is it's always easier to continue with customers than it is to get new customers, right? So do good with them. They'll give you referrals. They're going to continue to pay you over time. They're going to be happy. Obviously, you can upsell to them and things like that, but make them happy. Don't forget about your customers. Don't only focus on new customers. Focus on your existing ones. They're really the best that you have, and then you should take care of them, okay? Next one is have a product. Okay, so obviously you're providing some kind of service. You're mostly selling hours. You should have a product, something that doesn't cost you in hours, that you can sell, that you can make a lot of profit, high margins on it, and you can actually have something that maybe you get recurring revenue. And it could be a product that you actually make yourself, for example, some code or some service that they can pay monthly fee, maybe servers or some kind of service or some reports or whatever it might be. But you don't actually have to build it. You can actually partner with some other companies, and you can actually white label it. For example, you can just brand it with your own thing, and then companies can pay you on a monthly basis with this product. Your margin is very, very high, and it's actually a service that people need and companies need, and it's a great thing to do. It's part of the thing, which is recurring revenue is very important, but also have a product where you have high margins and actually provides solutions for your customers. Okay. Next one, partners and affiliations. So you're providing some kind of services for other businesses. Now, the services that you provide are very narrow, right? You're only doing SEO, you're only doing paid ads, you're only doing social media, you're only doing design or brochure designs or whatever it might be. Now, you're already working with businesses, and as a business, they need your services, but they also need a lot more services. So what you can actually do is you can find other types of services and products that these company needs, make partnerships with them, and then you can refer them, you can connect them both your client and these other partners, and then you can make some profit from that, and you can also provide the solution for your customer that they already need. So this is a way for you to both win, have high profit, and also provide the services that they need. And because the client trusts you already, you will actually go and find the really, really good partners, really good affiliations, and then they will trust you. They will work with your suggestion, and then you will find the best solution for them so they don't have to worry about it. They get a good solution, and then you get profit from that. Okay? Next one, no competition. So you should always figure out a way, even if you're doing SEO and there's a lot of competitors, you should always figure out what are your most important sales points. What are your best points of your business that no one can compete with you? And it's never going to be price or some kind of report or something like that. You should figure out what are you special that no one else does. We have some specific features that no one else does. So you should always think about it from the beginning. What can I do that no one can say, oh, this other guy or this other company does the same thing. Hey, why should I pay you, this amount of money? Always figure out the niches of what can you do that has no competition. Maybe you have a very specific niche, for example, and you just have so many more years of experience and so many more projects, and you took over the niche or the industry, and you have some insight, that no one else has. You should always figure that out and then pitch it and do that. Okay. And the last thing is focus long term. Now, everybody knows this, but it's very, very important. Make sure that every month, every year, you always do some things that always help you long term for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years forward. Don't always get lost in your client's work. Make sure you work on the company. Make sure you focus on long term. Long term could be investments in some advertising. Long term could be investing in just better employees. Long term could be doing even more with your reusable assets, all these other things. Make sure you really focus on long term, and these are the 11 things that I would do as a new web agency that would help me. These are things that I learned along the way over 15 years. And there's so many details to these things. They're really, really good points. I hope this helps you guys. And as always, if you have any questions with anything we're talking about, anything related to business and web and tech and anything we're talking about, let us know. We want to go deeper in with you guys. We want to help it out. And if you did like this, please like, share, subscribe, say hello, tell us your issues, tell us what you do good, teach us also. And much, much appreciated, guys. Thank you for your time.